up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to No Gimmicks here on the DFPN. We have another interview. This week was loaded, and yesterday was fun. We did a show last night. That was fun. Today, we're going to try to top all of that because we got a special guest here today. I say special, but this guy, like, you have to watch him in action. The first time I saw him in action, I knew I wanted to interview him. I finally got him on the show today. He's a very talented guy, and I hope you guys enjoyed this interview just as much as I enjoyed getting it together and bringing it to you guys. So, who we have today? We have none other than the wrestler that you need to know. You need to know. I know him, but you definitely need to know this brother. His name is Levi Lucas. Welcome to the No Gimmicks podcast, sir. How are you?
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for having me.
Man, pleasure. Thank you for your time. Thank you for coming on, man. This has been a long time coming for me. So the first time I saw you was at MPX, and then after I saw you, I went on YouTube, and you've wrestled like a who's who of people, man. Like, you have some bangers out there. And I was talking to Hartley last night. He recommended the match that I hadn't even seen, that I got to go back and see it because he was on cloud 11 with it. So now I got to go back and watch that one, man. But thank you for taking your time out and appearing on the platform, man. Like, really, really, it means a lot to me. So thank you for that.
Hey, no problem, man. Anytime.
All right. So let's just jump right into it, man. Question number one, how did you fall in love with pro wrestling? And what is your favorite wrestling moment as a fan?
Man, so back in the day, my parents did not allow me to watch professional wrestling.
I get that.
But so they're teachers. Both of them were teachers. Mm-hmm. So they weren't able to pick me and my sister up from school after we were finished. So it would be our grandparents who picked us up every day after work. And on Friday night, sometimes they pick us up a little bit later. So we were able to watch Friday Night SmackDown, and just that whole show, SmackDown, when it was on Thursday, when it was on Fridays, that's what made me fall in love with wrestling. The Kurt Angles, the Los Guerreros, the Team Angle, all those guys, man. That was like when I really, really fell in love with professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's peak television too.
Yes, absolutely.
That's when SmackDown had the greatest endings ever. Yes, man. And you triggered a memory too with me.
Right. that was like the best version of SmackDown. Man. Yeah. And like, you're talking about one of my best moments as a fan. Like, I even go back to that SmackDown when Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar had that Iron Man match.
Oh yeah.
Man. Like, they were just putting on bangers on regular TV.
On regular television.
Like, they didn't make any sense. Like, nowadays, you don't see that anymore.
No, you don't. You don't. And that's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. It's also funny that you mentioned that you had to go with your grandparents, like, to watch, because I had to do the same thing. Like, my mom didn't let me watch wrestling in the house, so I had to go to my grandma's house and, like, watch wrestling and enjoy it. But mine was like, I was around that time period where there was the Monday Night War still, so you had to pick and choose, and it was just like, it was stress, man. But
right,
like, the SmackDown era you're talking to, man, like, oh man, I miss that. I miss that so much, man. I miss that so much. But yeah, man. Speaking of that, what is your athletic background? Because you are an athletic guy. I feel like I say this to everyone, but you are a very athletic guy. But you're also a bruiser, right? Like, right. You choose to be that. So what is your athletic background?
Man, honestly, it's growing up, it was really just soccer and basketball. That's it. I wish I could say I did like martial arts or like had some amateur wrestling background, but that's it. I grew up with a coach for a dad, so I was pushed hard.
Right.
Worked hard. Everything I did was working out in the hot summers till I passed out. But I mean, that's really it. Just soccer and basketball.
Oh, this is going to lead me to a question, but follow up to this one. Do you like with having your dad as a coach? Did you feel like there was added pressure there to like succeed? Did you feel like you had more pressure on you than the other players, or was it just like I'm Gucci because my dad's the coach?
Oh, well, okay. So he didn't coach from my school. So
okay.
It was a different school, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
But I mean, there were a lot of times where he did come to my games and was like yelling out, like, "Hey, do this, do that." So there was a little bit of pressure to to do extra good. But I mean, for the most part, he was supportive in what I did. Like he pushed me, but he didn't push me like too hard or anything.
No, that's cool. That's cool. That's because that's not me with my son. That's cool. Who do you model your wrestling style after? This is a hard one because I've watched you in action, and like I try to pinpoint, and I try not to compare, but I try to pinpoint like who does this guy remind me of? I'm not reminded of anyone when I watch you. Like it's just I'm watching Levi Lucas, which is a compliment because I don't have anyone to compare you to. Like you're very unique in that in that stance.
Right, because I'm not trying to like copy anybody or anything like that. I guess I could say like I want to take like different stuff from different people. Some of my favorites were like Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero.
Ooh, those
nowadays Bryan Danielson, Christian, just guys like that.
Yeah, technical guys.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of the technical stuff. I love watching British wrestling. Like that's why I think it's like the purest form of professional wrestling, in my opinion.
So you're a fan of like ROH Pure, the Pure Championship?
Oh yeah, love that.
Oh, okay, I dig that. I actually dig that.
Yeah, I love
because I think that is becoming a lost art.
Right.
So I really dig that. There's people that still appreciate that, and it is an art form in itself. Like wrestling is an art form, but pure wrestling is like the art form within the art form.
Right.
Exactly. Not a lot of people still do it and find the emphasis, which again, watching you do put an emphasis on like the moves,
right?
Like the holds, not necessarily the athleticism. You have it, but the holds, like there's an appreciation for that and within your game. And I can dig that, man. I really can. I really can.
Yeah, so that's really like even like guys like William Regal back in the day, man. Like I watch him shockingly a lot. Like it was surprised how much I watch him.
So would it be safe to say you're a fan of the Blackpool Combat Club?
Oh yeah, love their style.
All right, I dig it.
Man, so and Wheeler Yuta, like awesome.
He grew on me when I first saw him. I didn't know if he would fit into that system.
Right.
I love him now. It's weird. It's weird. So
it's a style that you kind of have to like grow to love.
Yeah. Definitely. You have to be appreciative of. I call it the Mike Tenay. Right. You have to be appreciative of stuff like that because really Mike Tenay would be the guy that would get this move and it originated here and like learning that and then seeing somebody like you that brings that style back and keeps reminding us that there are holes like that. Like that's really, it's unique first and foremost because you stand out. Like the guy right now that I would say is at the pinnacle of it right now is Zack Sabre Jr., right?
Yes.
Right? He's the guy, like the man, he's like the new man of 1,000 holes. But then there's guys like you that are on your way up that are like, I can challenge that. Like
Right.
you have a hold, I have something that can counter it.
Right.
And I want to see you. I want to see you go to that level. Like you and Zack Sabre Jr. is like my dream match right now.
Oh,
it's
man,
a dream match.
That'd be crazy. I would love that. He would wrestle circles around me, but I would love a challenge.
I would love to see it, honestly. Speaking of that, what is your dream match and where would you like it to be?
So, man. So first of all, my dream period is just to wrestle in Japan. So I'll just say Japan for the place.
Any particular place?
Might as well go like Tokyo Dome or something. That'd be crazy. Dream opponent. Bryan Danielson, man.
Danielson would like to go to Japan as well, so
man,
that'd be a banger.
Bryan Danielson, man. Like, just when you think like he just put on some great, he puts on great matches like consistently.
Definitely,
man.
I think the run he's on right now is probably his best run.
So, yeah,
I think so. But yeah, you're definitely right. But you, Danielson, Tokyo Dome, maybe a Wrestle Kingdom,
man.
That's we'll manifest that too.
Yeah, have to.
We'll manifest that. Let's go back a little bit. You are talented, right? Do you approach this as if you have a chip on your shoulder and like you have something to prove? Because that's the vibe I get. Like when I see you step out, it's like you haven't seen anything yet until you've watched me wrestle. Right? Do you carry us? Do you feel like you have that chip on your shoulder? You have something to prove to everyone?
I do. Have you seen that Last Dance documentary?
Yeah.
With, and like how there's this meme going on how Michael Jordan, like I took that personally.
Yes.
Like that's kind of my mentality. Like when it comes to wrestling, like I feel I have to constantly have a chip on my shoulder. I feel like everybody's against me. This person doesn't think I'm good enough. I'm going to go out and prove this person wrong. That's just how I motivate myself. Like when I'm in the gym, when I'm in training and doing matches. Like that's that's just how I am. That's how I've always been too with just sports in general. Like that's just how I keep myself motivated.
You don't need anyone to motivate you. That's your motivation.
I'll make up stuff just to motivate myself. Like I'll take something that somebody said and say, oh, okay, this person said this, and they meant it this way. They don't believe in me. They don't think I'm good enough. Okay, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
I like it. I like it. I like it very much. So, as a performer, what is your favorite match as a performer?
Dang, my favorite match. Pretty recently, I had a match with LC Mox at a DFW All Pro show. I think that might be my favorite match right now.
Really?
I think.
Okay.
It was for the Sterling Silver Championship. Yeah, I think
that match was a banger. Now that I think about it, that match was an absolute banger.
I hope so, man. Like
I remember.
Yeah, I think that was a really good match. I think I showed a good amount of what I could do, and I think a lot of people enjoyed that match.
No, that's a head turner for real. It really is. And specifically the promo that you cut before you went into that match.
Oh yeah.
It prompted the chip on your shoulder question, because I felt like you were ready to go in there and just take the title away from him. That's genuinely how I felt.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy has something to prove, and he's not going to be satisfied until he proves all of you wrong. And like, again, you get that from watching you. Like, I have to prove you wrong. Somebody is doubting me. I have to prove them wrong. But yeah, you are right. That match is an absolute banger, man.
Yeah, I love that match. And like, yeah, for that promo, man, I believed every word I was saying. I was ready to take that title. I was ready to carry that Sterling Silver Championship like I felt it should be carried. Like, hey, I didn't think he was carrying it right, so I was going to take it from him.
Follow up. Right now, what champion in the area would you like to face, and why?
Champion in the area. Yeah, I have a lot of good champions. Man, I'm gonna name 3.
Okay.
I wrestled Tatum Manning before, but that was a long time ago, and that was like my maybe 5th ever match. So I would like to go 1-on-1 with him again.
You want to see where your skills lie?
Yeah, just see where I stand right now. I would like to wrestle Dante Smiley. And
nice pick.
I would love to wrestle Barrett Brown.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think me and Barry could do some things. So yeah.
3 very good picks. 3 very, very good picks. If I had to pick, man, you threw a doozy out there with Barrett, though. I was gonna say Tatum, but you threw Barrett out there, and I'm like, that would be a great match. I would like to see you and Tatum, but
I'll say this though, I love all 3 of those guys. I'll put a little bit more emphasis on the Dante Smiley one because that's the guy who kind of like I saw him on YouTube training at the school that I trained at, and that what kind of made me want to actually pursue this. So that would be a lot kind of important to me.
A motivational match.
Yeah.
Okay. I like the reasonings. What? I like the reasonings for all 3. Dang it! You made this hard for me. I like those reasonings, man. I'm gonna keep it Tatum though, because I do want to see you test yourself again.
Oh yeah, Tatum's killing it right now, man. I can't take nothing away from him.
I can't either. I was in the building for that when it was not pretty, but
yeah,
he found a way to get it done. All right, man. Couple more questions and we get you out of here, man. If a fan wanted to get to know you as a performer, as a wrestler, what match would you recommend them to watch and why?
So I wrestle for this promotion called King of Sports.
This is the second time this week somebody's mentioned King of Sports.
Right. Very old school.
Yep.
And I wrestle in they have different divisions. I wrestle in the grapplers division.
Mm-hmm.
There are a bunch of rules. Can't be on the outside for more than 5 seconds. You can't go off the top rope. No closed fist. A very technical division. So
it's a pure division.
Similar, very
on
similar.
It sounds like it's pure on steroids.
Very similar.
Okay.
Very similar. And I love my matches there. I had a match with Exodus Prime 2-3 months back that somebody actually said was the best match they've ever seen. So I think that would be a good place to start when looking at matches to get to know me, get to know my style.
Okay. versus Exodus Prime.
Yeah.
I did watch that match. That was one of the matches like when I first saw you, and that's how I found out who Exodus Prime was because I didn't know who Exodus Prime was.
Right.
And I was like, these guys are. And then I saw him on AEW, and I was like,
yeah, right.
I was like, okay. So, all right, yeah, that's a great starting point. That is a very great starting point. And what about 2023? What's the rest of 2023 looking like for you?
Oh man. So I had a goal this year coming into 2023 that I want to kind of wrestle more out of the state. And so far I've done that. Wrestled in Kansas, Mississippi. I'm forgetting the third place. But next month I'm actually going to be in Louisiana for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a few more dates for King of Sports in August 12th, I believe. Have some DFW All Pro shows. Going to be wrestling for Rampage in September.
That wouldn't be September 12th, would it?
That actually might be.
Okay. All right. Dang it. Because I'm going to be in Wichita that week. I already booked Wichita, but I really wanted to be there to watch you. King of Sports, you said August 12th you'll be there?
Yes, August 12th.
All right. I'll be in the area for that one. Hopefully I'll be there. But I'm going to Mission Pro, but hopefully I can swoop over there by the time that's over.
If you can, that's going to be a good one. I heard 101 with Alberto De La Cruz, and that guy is awesome. So
yeah, I heard that was the place to be. So I want to make time to shoot on over there, man. I really do. Yeah. Sounds like you're keeping yourself busy. What part of Louisiana are you going to be in? Do you know?
I believe it was Baton Rouge. I believe. I have to check again, but that's what I believe it was.
I was gonna say if you're somewhere in the middle, man, make sure you go get you some boudin and some gumbo. But you're gonna be in Baton Rouge, but Baton Rouge ain't bad on gumbo, but the boudin, don't touch that. Oh man. All right. So you've reached the part of the show. Like I like to play a game.
Okay.
And it's called Either Or.
Ooh.
I have a new streak going. I feel like you're gonna break it, but I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. It's either or, and then the last question is the doozy. But I think I know where you're gonna answer. Okay. So, question number 1: Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole?
Oh, come on, man! Come on. Oh man! Those are literally my 2 favorites right now, too.
I know.
J. Cole.
Why?
I can't even give a good reason. I can't tell you like
it's just
he's a better rapper because you can't determine that. I can't tell you he's a better songwriter because I'll say J. Cole because lately I've been liking his features that he's been doing lately. Okay. So like he's just been killing those. So that'd be the reason. But it's like on a day-to-day basis. Like one day I'm feeling J. Cole, one day I'm feeling Kendrick. So
trust me, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. On a normal day, I can't even tell you who I can pick right now because it's like
they're like right there with each other. Like,
yeah, they are. They are neck and neck. They are neck and neck. They are really neck and neck. All right. Question number 2. Jay-Z or Nas?
Jay-Z.
Why?
I just grew up more in Jay-Z than Nas. I heard Jay-Z everywhere.
Yes.
And I'm not taking anything away from Nas. I love Nas. Nas is phenomenal, but it's just Jay-Z was the guy I grew up and saw him on TV more. And
yeah, I'm gonna give you a tidbit.
Okay.
As you get older, the answer may change because younger me was all Jay-Z.
Right.
The older I get and the more Nas drops music, like the King's Disease albums, I'm like, am I really becoming a Nas fan like that? Like, am I really? Like, I'm starting to gravitate more towards Nas. So
and
it may
Nas,
change.
Nas might have more, like, better songs currently. Like,
this is
true. The more recent stuff, like some of Jay-Z's albums recently, like I haven't really been feeling, but I think I still might go with Jay-Z for right now. Just for right now, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. The Blak album was awesome.
No, you are right. It's the only album I can play without skipping.
Right. Exactly.
Ever. So you're right about that. All right, bonus question.
Okay.
Who can beat Lil Wayne in a versus? Off the top of your head.
Man. The only guy I can think who can compete is his protege, Drake. That's the only guy I can think who can compete.
I didn't even think about Drake.
Like, we talking songs. Yes. And like just the longevity of it. Yeah, that's
yeah, you may be right about that. I didn't even, because my answer was no one, but you may be right about Drake.
Like, that's the only guy I can think can compete, because Wayne.
It's hard. That's hard though. That's hard.
Yeah, because I was talking about features with Cole, but Wayne was the original guy who was just like going out there and killing the features.
Yeah, you're right. Last question. And this is the one. This is the no gimmicks question. Would you rather be a face or a heel? This one gets everyone. This one gets everyone.
I appreciate the opportunities that I get to be a face. But I like being a heel. I really like being heel. I really like antagonizing people. I like talking noise, mocking people. The promos I get to do as a heel. Yeah. I really love being the heel.
All right, streak broken, because Hartley yesterday said he'd be a face, and Kaimi before him said he'd be a face. But other than that, we're back to the heels. Everybody else is like, I'd rather be a heel.
Man, because I don't know. It's just, for the promo part, man, I just feel like there's a lot more you could cover as a heel. So that's the part I enjoyed the most. That's why I choose heel.
All right, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. All right, man. Tell the people where they can find you.
Facebook, just look up Levi Lucas. On Instagram and Twitter, _Levi Lucas. Yeah, I'll usually post some places you can. Well, I don't have a store yet for merch or anything, but that's coming soon. I got new merch on the way.
Okay.
So.
Right on, man. Well, look, it's been an absolute pleasure, man, having you on the show. Again, thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, man. I have fun, man.
No problem, man. You are a friend of the podcast. Anytime you want to come on, if there's something you got coming out, match you want to promote, let us know, man. We'll gladly have you on the show. And again, I love doing these things, man. So I appreciate it. So anytime you want to come on, you have the green light. Just let me know.
Okay, yeah, man. I'll hold you to that, man.
Feel free, hold me to it anytime. All right, man. So for everybody that tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. This will be available on all streaming platforms tomorrow. So please make sure you guys listen and tune in. And again, thank you guys for tuning into the No Gimmicks podcast. Until next time, peace and enjoy the wrestling, folks.